Welcome back to the table, everybody, and prepare yourself for episode 2 of Darkness of Tythire. Before we get right back into it, I think there is a little bit of a recap required. When last we gathered around the table, our adventurers found themselves enjoying the many entertainments of the new cycle celebration in the Arthurian capital of New Methlos. Drinks were had, wizards were stalked, and as the night evolved and you all were enjoying the celebrations, things began to take a dark turn as you realized you were all under a mass illusion effect. Matthias turned the corner to realize the man he was tailing, his neck was snapped by some kind of dark shadow demon. While simultaneously, a rift in the sky opened up, spewing these same demons onto the streets of the capital. And that's where we will pick up with you, Matthias, the shadow demon now having stared at you and realizing that you're there.
Well, I pull out my claymore and I go, "Come at me then."
Okay, roll initiative.
7.
Okay. So the shadow demon will go first, and taking your invitation, just kind of runs at you, claws backwards, runs up and takes a swipe at you with one of its claws. Does 12 hit you?
No.
Yeah, so as it swipes up, you're able to block its swipe with your claymore, just kind of grabbing it by the hilt and the blade and pushing its hand down. And you begin to realize that while it appears to be made of shadow, it does have a physical form that you can interact with.
Well, that's good.
And that brings us to your turn.
Well, I'm going to come down with my claymore now and then try to hack at it.
Okay, good.
Am I still drunk from the previous campaign?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
just making sure.
So is he at disadvantage?
No.
No, he gains advantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
That.
So when drunk, 1d10 divided by 2 temporary hit points is what that is. 4.
4
Yeah.
does not hit.
You don't say.
Yeah, so when you bring it down, you bring your claymore back over for a mighty overhead strike, and the shadow demon just claps the sword in between its hands and throws it off to the side before it goes to punch an uppercut at your jaw.
Okay.
And I'm guessing a 12 does not hit you.
No, it does not.
Yeah, you just don't even, no elaborate movements, you're not like a samurai, you're just kind of like, and the fist goes beside your head. We'll stop there for now. Matthew, you looking around on the street, realize that there are 2 of these demons in front of you, and the goblin that was with you has vanished.
Oh, great.
So what do you do?
I guess I engaged them.
Okay, roll initiative. What do you got? What do you got? Oh no!
I'm definitely not going first.
Okay, so
Oh, shoot.
the first one notices you.
I'm screwed.
The first one notices you and just starts a slow walk at you before moving into a run. And it comes up and just tries to blast you with shadow from its hands.
I have no armor right now. I'm dead.
Does an 18 hit you?
I have no armor.
It doesn't matter. Does an 18 hit you?
I have 0, or I have a 10 armor class right now. My
Then
bad.
yes, 18 hits you. 3 points of damage.
You need a piece of paper?
Hang on.
Okay.
Am I going with my health points from the D&D app?
Yes. And the next one just kind of comes on the other side of you, and while you, so the first one runs up and blasts you with shadow, and it's kind of made you go like this, and the other one's trying to come up and just flank you and come in on your side. Oh. It's a natural 1, so the creature is not going to hit you. In fact, it ends up coming and you dodge. So you've got the shadow here, the creature comes this way with a punch towards you, and you dodge, causing it to come around and hook its companion across the face for 5 points of damage to that one.
He did more damage to his buddy than he did to you.
That's good.
Now, coming to you, Clark. In an alleyway in the capital of New Methlos, you know your mission. No one else knows your mission. You begin to hear commotion off to your right from some of the streets on down where you know that most of the festivities have been occurring.
So I'm in the alley?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna attempt a stealth check and go to the edge of the alley and observe.
Okay.
17.
Wow.
I think I have a +2 to my dexterity right now. It's like a 19. Let me double check. My class, so it'd be a 20, 30, 20.
Okay. Yeah, so you are just kind of hunkered in the shadows and you creep up to the edge of the alleyway looking, and you can see a Primordian elf there in regular kind of clothes, and he's just kind of in the fight of his life against two what appear to be like shadow demons, and they're kind of large, and you can see the outlines of like cleft hooves and like goat legs, and they have pretty big arms with big hands and claws, and their heads are kind of human shaped, but you can't see any features, just red eyes, and they have horns, shadow horns that kind of come up around them.
Okay. Do I recognize these creatures? Obviously.
Give me a history check.
Oh, that's not good. I don't know what history goes off of.
Intelligence.
6.
6. You know, you do have some kind of formal education, and you know that these beings are of a they look to be like essence beings of a minor deity, but that's all you can seem to recall.
Okay. How far away are they?
He's probably in the street from the alleyway, maybe 15 feet.
Do I see anyone else other than just the guy in plain clothes?
There's patrons just fleeing on the streets around you.
Seeing this guy getting attacked by 2 of them, I'm going to use, I think it's Animorph. I think that's what it was called.
Okay.
Transform to a bear.
Okay, so you're just,
Large bear.
I'll say this.
And I'm going to take off charging towards those 2 shadow demons.
Okay. Yeah, so what was once skin becomes fur.
Oh, God.
As you kind of grow and your skin fades away and you just become a monstrous
stealth.
bear.
So it's just like a bear coming out of the...
Yeah, but no one's seeing this happening.
Right, okay.
You're becoming a bear and you just plop down into the alleyway and charge towards the demons who are taken unaware, so give me an attack at advantage.
Attack at advantage?
Yes.
Thank goodness. Alright, 14. Am I adding... What strength modifier would I add with a bear?
That is a very, very good
I don't have
question.
it handily ready. Last minute planning here.
No, it's all good. We can go with like a 2, yeah.
Okay,
2's
so 16 total.
Okay, yeah.
That hits.
Yes, that will hit.
Alright, what kind of dice do you want me to roll for this? Slashing
A D6.
D6. Pat, am I adding the strength?
Yes.
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. Are you? So the way you came in, he's standing here. The one shadow demon that blasts him is here, and the shadow demon that threw the hook is on this side. So you're coming in towards the shadow demon that threw the hook, and you deal 3 damage to it. Okay. And I will drop you in at the bottom of his initiative.
Okay. Real quick, are my hit points going to stay the same in bear form? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
for easy maths until we
Right
tune it.
At just
Yeah.
straight bear, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but next time we'll get the. I'll
Yeah.
get the.
I didn't think about it either.
So, Matthias, we are back to you on the Shadow Demon's turn.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no, we are not, because the last thing you did was punch and you moved out of the way, so it is actually your turn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to swipe it with my claymore again.
Okay.
Let's see here. 16.
That will hit.
Awesome. Okay. Now we're doing something. Hold on. Let me see here. My claymore does 1d12. Now, I get the +2 bonus to damage roll
Mm-hmm.
because it's a melee weapon.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. 10.
10 plus your strength.
No, 10 plus my strength will be 13.
That will hit.
What do you mean it'll hit?
Oh, sorry. Not bad. 13.
That's the damage.
Okay, yeah, so you come in and just overhead swipe and take its head off, and it kind of just shimmers out of existence.
That's what it eats.
And just all around you, because you're in an alleyway too, all on the next street ahead, you can see just people fleeing. And the street behind you, where the festivities were happening, you hear like a bear noise, and you hear like the sounds of like magical shadows being blasted.
Is there a bear? Why is a bear in town? I obviously go toward the bear.
Okay, yeah, so turning, you can see just motley crew in the center here. You've got a Primordian elf in just robes with, he hasn't even managed to be able to pull his weapon yet, and you can tell he's just kind of recovering from a magical attack, and you've got a bear sitting there doing fisticuffs with one of these shadow demons. And that will bring us to your turn, Matthew, because you did not get to go on your initiative.
So, as a bonus action, I would like to conjure my armor.
Okay.
Bro, you should have done Animorph to turn it.
A wasp.
A bear.
These things would run in fear.
And then I would like to draw my katana.
Okay.
I would like to point out, though, a sting to the ear by a wasp would be pretty disorienting.
Yeah, he said wasp are for stealth. I was like, wasp are not stealthy. I don't care who it is. If a wasp is in a room, every human in there is like, you're right to where the wasp is.
But that doesn't automatically make them think, oh, some guy
If
just
anything,
turned
it would have been a
himself into a
mosquito.
bug.
Mosquitoes, you never know they got you until they.
Well, see, but he can, like, sting indefinitely, so he could just be sitting there, like, poking you in the eyeball, and you're like, ah!
So you pull your katana, and I'm pretty sure that it uses your action to prepare your weapon. So unless you want to move, then now I will.
To attack.
Well, you can't because you've taken your bonus action to cast your armor,
Oh, okay.
and you've used your action.
I'd probably step
To
back
ready
from
your
the
weapon.
giant bear.
Can he hit me by mistake?
I mean, if he
Yeah.
rolls a 1, he could, but that's up to me. I mean,
I would like to
anything's
take
possible.
a step back.
okay, so you just take a quick step back, not quite moving 5 feet away because I don't want to invoke an attack of opportunity for you. So you just kind of take a step back, just kind of letting the bear come between you two, and that will take it to your turn.
I don't know if it's a. Josh get one attack as bear.
Yes.
No. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to bite one. The shadow demon that I already hit once. I'm gonna try to bite him.
Do
Okay.
it like that super dope spot, like right here on the shoulder that you always see in
21?
movies.
Yeah, that'll hit.
4.
For 4?
Yeah.
Okay. And that will bring it back to the first shadow demon that blasted you in the face with the magic's turn. And as you're trying to flee, he's just coming at you with one swipe before taking another one. So a 3 does not hit you, correct?
No.
Yeah, so with the first 3, he comes in and he's so confident about being able to get to you because you just appear to be wearing these raggedy clothes that when he hits you, it hits this aura of like magical armor around you as it starts to light up, and his claws are just stopped by the magical armor. And he comes in with the other swing towards your head. An 18, that will hit you.
My armor is an 18.
Oh, it is? Then it will not hit you.
It's got to be better.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
As both of them are just stopped in your armor, and your next attack roll will be at advantage with him because he's just kind of stuck and taken by surprise by your armor.
As like a grapple move.
That's what I was kind of going for.
Because you were not gonna like.
Can I ignite
Right.
my lightning blade
That's what I
and
was
then
kind of
attack?
going for, but.
Yeah, it's a spell, so yeah.
I mean, you should
But hold on,
definitely,
we're not
like,
there
make
yet.
that a point. But
Oh,
I
so-
thought, like,
It's
oh,
our first time
like,
using
when
a
I
bear.
yeah.
For the shadow demon that is around you. It's just kind of been taken aback a little bit by the sudden barrage of the bear attacks on it, and it's going to turn and try to do the blasting, the shadow magic in your face, just kind of try to back you up from it. Does a 17 hit you?
I guess so. I don't know what Bear's DC is.
I'd say it would, because
Crazy.
10 is unarmored.
Okay.
4 or 5 points, it's just going to kind of blast you a little bit. And
And when
you-
I run out of hit points in a bear, I just transform myself. Right?
Yes, yes. And as it's kind of blasting you, you're just kind of sitting there, kind of taken aback by its magic, and that will bring us back to your turn.
Alright, so I would like to cast lightning blade onto my katana.
Okay,
And then slash at the demon in front of me.
go ahead.
We're both attacking separate demons.
Damn.
A 1,
Nat
a natural 1. Yeah, so you come down into the lightning demon, and it steps aside, grabs your katana, and throws it back behind it, sending your katana a good 10 feet behind it. And does that end your turn?
Yeah,
Okay.
I cast a spell and then attacked,
I
so
got
that's everything I can do.
So now we are back at you, Clark.
Sorry, I was getting ready to.
No, you're
Am
good.
I not gonna
I was
jump
gonna
in
pull
here
up
in this
the-
fight?
You are. I dropped you in the bottom of the initiative. So
You
when
go
I came
back.
back around to Matt, I let him take his turn. Then I stopped before. So then, and Clark already took his turn coming into the fight. So then it went back to the top, and now it's coming back down.
I see. I see. We should get a place in a swamp, so I can be like, "What are you doing in my swamp?"
Spell points. So if you cast a spell, you minus the amount that
So I
their spell
cast
cost.
Lightning blade, 2 points.
Incorporeal armor, so that's
I was trying to look on the not sponsored D&D Beyond app.
For what?
The like bear stats, but I'm not finding it. It's got like spiders and everything else, but not that.
Go ahead, Clark.
All right. What I will do is we found out that bears get a multi-attack with a claw and a bite. So I'm going to attempt to. I got a +4 to hit. So I'm gonna roll, and that's a 6 total.
That does not hit.
Yeah. Do I roll twice?
Yeah, for a multi-attack, yeah, you'll
so
roll for each
bite
one.
missed will do claw. That's a 20, dirty 20.
Okay, so with your first one, the bite, you go in for its abdomen section, and it just kind of side swaps the bite, and you kind of just go for the paw, and go ahead and roll your damage.
All right, so it's gonna be a D8.
D6 for the claw.
No, it's D8.
I thought bite was D8.
Oh, bite is D8. Yeah, it's 2d6 + 4 slashing damage.
So you want to roll 2 D6s?
Yeah.
Just to make it simple.
That is 4. It's 8 points damage.
8 plus, is that?
No, it's 8 total.
Okay. Yeah, so that one, just you go in and you swap across it, and it also shimmers out.
So it's gone.
What kind of
Yes.
noise does it?
It's kind of like
on a
a.
sound effect.
I just with the rest of my movement, I turn to the one that's attacking him.
Well, hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. When this one is killed, you all are all within 5 feet of it because you're standing next to each other.
I'm not.
You all.
I actually
kind of-
took a step back.
Yeah, I didn't move you 5 feet, so you wouldn't take the attack of opportunity.
I'm also not in that.
Yeah, you're not, but they are. So when this one hits, I need you all to give me, let's say, a wisdom check against this.
Wisdom's a 13.
25.
Nat
25?
20.
9.
9. Okay, so you'll take
Nine.
the brunt of this.
Big oof.
So when
You are a
it,
bear, though.
whenever that one gets killed, as it's shimmering out, you see kind of like a small little shadow orb inside of it. It drops to the ground, spirals out in kind of like a cyclone of darkness, and you take 6 magical damage.
So
Bloody
I
hell.
break out of bear form at this
Yeah.
point, I think. Which I don't know how reliable this is, but this says that my hit points are 34. I don't know what level bear this is though. It just says that it's 34.
What's the CR rating?
What does it say? This side.
It's okay, go with the 34.
Okay, so we'll go. And that's how many?
That one you took 6 points.
Points.
Jeez.
So I'm still sitting pretty.
Oh yeah.
We'll iron it out and get it more because it seems like a lot for.
It definitely is a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with breaking out of it if you want to, since I'm still an early level druid. But
No, it's good. It is now your turn.
I don't know what the hell just happened.
Yeah, you're just watching all this go down from the alleyway. I imagine it's like Claymore. You've got your hands here, and you're just kind of watching as the bear just killed a shadow demon. A shadow orb drops to the ground, blows up in shadow, and
Oh, yeah, I got.
but there is a katana only 5 feet away from you that's kind of sparkling.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna grab the katana.
So you walk up and you use your bonus action. You grab the katana, and now you have your claymore and the sparking katana.
are you proficient in bewildered?
Would it be my bonuses on his damage to use that?
No,
Considering I
no.
cast the spell?
No, his bonuses.
I have my own bonuses with melee attack. Thank you very much.
It would be. my wisdom bonus would absolutely destroy that.
Well, you see. My wisdom bonus. Nobody gives a shit about your wisdom bonus, Delaney, okay? Well, I'm just a dumb barbarian with 2 swords, so how about you let me go kill something, alright? Alright, so anyways, I'm gonna roll up to this
Behind.
useless elf, and the
Okay,
dude...
you'll have to go around the demon to get to him.
Oh,
So-
is the demon still
Yeah,
there?
the backside of
Oh, that
demon.
one demon's still
Yeah.
You're
there.
behind it. So you
Oh, yeah, no, I'm gonna come in for the scissor slice.
Well, you don't have dual wielding yet. You remember, you're only a level 1, so you can only
that's
use
right.
one of them.
Ah, that's trash. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my claymore. I'm just gonna go for
So what
it.
do you? Just a single-handed.
Yeah, just like.
Okay.
You should definitely chuck me my sword back.
You
Can I
said-
put the sword like in a sheath?
Yeah, you
Like,
definitely
do I have a
can.
sheath? Like
You wouldn't have one for a katana.
no, but I have a belt. I'm just gonna stick it in my belt, just as a
As
little
it's shocking
trophy.
you.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
It's like a little. It's like a static shot.
No,
kinda.
as you sheath it, it just.
Oh, awesome!
and
So
the-
now I've got it
yeah.
in my belt. This nice ass
Because that would
katana.
fill the whole like it's being unreadied now, and so now the spell is worn off.
Yeah, I mean I put.
I hope you love watching your spell points spend like that.
So I got this nice little katana as a little trophy for my fight.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah. Well then, okay. Well, would we consider that a bonus action, a sheathing that, or are we just gonna let that happen?
Yeah, you.
Oh, that's
so that
true.
is if you sheath it, it is your action to unready the weapon, like to put it away.
But you're behind the demon, so.
Or you could just use the claymore.
Yeah, I'll just use the claymore. I guess it's not as cool. Because when you think claymore, you think.
You will have. I think you will have disadvantage because it is supposed to be a two-handed weapon.
That's what
You
I
are
was
using it
saying.
one-handed.
Then I'll use the katana because it's a
Okay.
one-handed weapon.
Okay, so we'll just backtrack.
It,
Don't
still
keep
has,
the
it still
weapon.
has the spell bonus.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's not sheathed. I have the katana and the claymore in each hand.
You got the sparky stick. And
I'm gonna use the sparky stick to bonk this demon in the head, and by
Okay.
bonk it,
So
I'm
the
gonna
lightning
slash him.
stick is a 1d4. The lightning
Okay.
damage on top of your.
What is your katana? Because I'm
It's
just.
a 1d8.
Well, I'm gonna use the 1d8 then.
Plus
Okay.
your dex.
Because
Well, you use
I'm
both.
just using the katana.
It's built.
But the lightning does not affect me, right?
Yeah, no,
it
the
doesn't.
It's
spell's
already
on the
on
blade.
Oh, okay. So,
So
it does
it's a-
transfer.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
the blade
1d4.
itself is enchanted.
Yes.
Oh.
But it'll be your wisdom bonus and not mine.
Oh, okay.
And then it's a finesse weapon, which means it can be used with dexterity or strength.
Oh, I'm definitely using strength, but let's go for it. Yeesh. Let's see here. 10.
To hit,
Yeah.
does not hit.
You
Damn.
just wasted all that damage.
Yeah, so as you go to swipe through it, it just kind of shimmers and the blade goes through it as its body without turning around. First its head twists around and one of its arms twists backwards, so it's got one eye in the back of its head on you with one arm over here and the other eye on the back on its head facing you and another arm.
Wait a minute. I was
behind
behind it. Don't I get advantage on that?
it.
Because I did come up behind it.
Well,
I mean, it's your choice. I was just curious.
I will say no because it is like in the heat of combat. So
Okay. I was just curious. But if he was focused on Delaney, he wouldn't be focused on me. Whatever. We'll go with that. Sure.
You weren't stealth.
You're
coming in.
you're the GM. You're the god. It's fine.
You're the god.
don't forget it. And
Be a meme.
so now it goes back to the only shadow demon currently standing here's turn, and he's going to take his first attack against Matthew with one arm.
You mean Salva?
That's not going to hit you. It's a 9, right?
No.
Yeah. So it comes at you, and you just block with your bound armor on, and you block
Does
and
it stick in again?
no, not this time. That was like it took it by surprise. But it goes into hit, and you block it with your arms, and its claws are repelled, and then its second attack is going to be against you, and it's
yeah.
going to take a claw attack on you. Does 12 hit you?
No, it does not.
Okay, yeah. As it comes in with its other claw attack, and you just both swords block it and send its
Sick.
send its arm backwards. Yes, and that brings us to your turn. Anything you
Alright.
want to say? Anything you want to do?
I will draw my discharged staff and strike with it.
Okay.
Is 8 hit?
No.
At least it would have won this time.
Yeah.
A
So
little victories.
so you go to
The non-sucking.
bonk it with your staff, and it comes in with its arm that's facing you, and from it little tiny arms sprout, and they kind of grab the staff before it can strike it, and kind of throw it backwards. And that will bring us to your turn, Clark.
Oh my god.
I like how there's no question. I like how no one's questioning the fact that there's just a bear in the city fighting demons.
Well, we're already fighting shadow
An 8
demons.
for my claw.
Okay, that does not hit.
Yeah, and then 17.
Yeah, okay, yeah, your bite's going to do it.
It's a 1d8.
Yep. This one.
This guy.
Yep.
That's 9 points of damage.
Yeah. So you bite into, where do you want to bite into?
Like Kobayashi.
His face, his eyes are all weird.
Yeah, so you bite into its half face, it's kind of twisted into form. You bite in and take a whole chunk out, leaving just the red light for the eye, but the creature is reeling from the damage dealt to it. And that brings us to your turn, Matthias.
Okay, can I bonus action sheathe the sword now into my little belt?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, put the sword up in my little belt thing.
Yeah, and it's just like as you're sheathing a weapon right in front of it.
and then I obviously.
It exudes confidence to put one away in front of
You're like, two's too many for this guy. Well, then I'm gonna try to strike it with my claymore again.
Did
Let's
you put both hands back on it?
18. No.
18?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Awesome. So we're gonna go. What is that? 12. Man, I've really got to remember which one's which. I'm getting really bad at this. It's this one, right? Yep. Ooh, 13 points of damage. Oh wait, 15 points of damage.
Yeah, so you come, how do you want to do it? How do you want to do it?
I want to do because I'm holding it with one hand. I want to bring it up underneath its crotch and slice toward its head.
Yeah, when you get down there, it's kind of like, and you come up and slice it, and yeah, and it falls away just shimmering out before it hits the ground. It does not hit the ground because it shimmers away right before it.
What noise does that make again? I'm sorry. Thank you.
And you all are left standing there, like with a bear, and then an elf, and the Loman just standing in the middle of this street as people are like, oh my god, as the demons are just kind of running around.
The demons are still
Yeah,
running.
there's a bunch of demons
So, can I
everywhere.
do a
You're just not
perception
actively
check
engaged.
on, like, if there's anyone of the big bastards or if there's someone like innocent people getting hurt.
Yeah, give me a general perception check.
I'd like to check too.
I would like to be questioning why there's a bear now that I'm done fighting shadow demons.
1 second.
I know, I was just saying.
14.
14. Yeah, so both of you all just kind of noticed that the storm that was overhead the demons seem to stay within a radius of the storm overhead. It's massive, but the eye of the storm seems to be the control point, and it's moving towards the Arthurian Sorcery Institute for whatever reason. Matthew, you kind of notice up ahead in the crowd the bald-headed wizard that you were tailing before, just kind of looking around as he's making his way through the crowd, seemingly in the eye of the storm.
I'd like to tail him.
Okay,
Again.
first, let's go to what Jacob's doing.
Yeah, I grasp my sword and go to attack the bear that's in the middle of town. Why would I be okay with a bear being there? I mean, I thought
It just helps you fight off demons.
it's still a bear in the middle of town. Like, there should be no reason there should be a bear in the middle of town. I understand that at the time,
I do like a good perception check on what the bear looks like.
it's a bear. I'm not very bright. I don't think you understand. I fought shadow demons, and now there's a bear next to me, and I kind of just not noticed that. I'm not going to be okay with that. I don't think I would.
Okay.
Yeah, well, before we get to that point, do you want to try? You can see him starting to get aggressive. You can attempt to, you can just let it happen, or you can attempt to.
Tell me what's going on. Let me know awares that you're not just a random
You
bear
can.
in town.
I think with that you can speak. You still have the ability.
No.
Well, no, with the spell, you do have the ability to communicate.
Let me go back to the spell if I set the demon.
You could just say, "Hey, I'm not actually a bear. I'm just transformed into a bear." Because again, there's a bear in the middle of town, and I'm just here to tear it up.
Let me find it real fast.
I don't think it will say that you have the ability to speak.
No, I think it's mostly just anymorph is just the homebrew spell is just cast removal from the morph for pre-selected animals. All attributes of the chosen animals are displayed. Sorry, fam, we didn't do that beforehand. Spells last for full encounter or 15 minutes out of pre-selected animals must be declared to the end.
Okay, so
I have it on
it lasts for the full encounter, which means that when the fight ended, it would have dropped by
I
itself.
said
right?
or 15 minutes out of.
Okay.
So it would still last for a little bit
Yeah.
after.
Okay. So I mean, to me, it would make sense since it's magic that you still can communicate. You might not be, the bear's mouth might not be moving with like what you're saying, but you should be able to communicate to some degree.
I see him reaching for his weapon, and I do like the little, instead of puppy eyes, I just kind of make my ears kind of go down a little bit and go.
Why? It's a cute little thing, isn't it? Look, a puppy. I want to scratch it. I want to scratch its head. Give it a little scratchy scratch.
I accept it, but I point my nose towards the cloud that's overhanging.
What is it, boy? What is it? Somebody fell down a well? Who's in the well?
I just start going.
Okay. Are you following the bear?
Why? Gotta follow the bear.
Okay, and the elf that was standing there is kind of ahead of you all because this was all happening simultaneously. So when Matt said he wants to tell the guy, he's already taken off towards the storm, looking like Legolas.
Except I have nothing in my hand.
Except there's only a staff in his hand. Don't try to retrieve the sword. It's fine, but.
Oh, it's my sword now.
So we will
found it. It's mine.
We will come to you with what you would like to do.
Well, what happens as I'm tailing him?
Let's say I have passive perception, so as we're running up closer, can I do another check whenever it's...
Yeah. Just let me know when you want to do a check.
Now he does.
Natural 20. You are also aware that the elf is chasing this kind of bald-headed. He's bald-headed. He's got like a little goatee, and he seems to really be holding on to a box as he's chasing. And the storm is just kind of following him. It seems that the demon activity kind of seems to shift around to where he is running to.
And how far away is this elf?
Well, this is
the wizard. Sorry.
He's a Dawnman, so he's maybe ahead of you all 20 feet from him, so it'd be probably 30 feet in total from you.
I have 45 feet movement.
Yeah, well, you can move as you please because it's not combat yet. And you are probably fast.
As I'm just bear running and catch up to the elf, I see him tailing the guy. I see this kind of happening. I just kind of look at the elf as I'm passing him. I'm like, just to see what he says or does.
Let's go get him.
Why are you just okay with a bear running up next to you?
Because I can do the same thing. And
he said he killed him with his bare hands.
He also transformed in front of me.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He transformed stealth in the alley.
I was stealthed up the alleyway, so I just came out as a bear.
Well, I guess where you do it, it would be less weird for you. You probably got that like thing where you're like, oh, that's not.
I probably am intuitive about it.
It's like that's.
You
not
run
a
up
bear.
next to Matt's character and.
Morphs into a wasp. Go.
Okay, so yeah, you follow along with the bear. You all, anything particular you want to do, or you're just doing your best to keep up with like?
Well, see, I'm good at
what's
short
going on?
bursts, but distance is not me. So.
Very dangerous.
Toss me.
Toss.
No, yeah, I'm
You're
just.
Yeah,
like-
you're probably lagging 10 feet behind what they're doing, and he's in the front now because I mean,
He's
let's
a
be
bear.
real, you're not keeping up with a bear on foot. And Clark, as you get closer to said wizard, we're gonna just these little lines of shadow kind of pour out around him, and the whole area around him is kind of illuminated by this, like a dark luminance, if that makes sense. So it's like kind of bright, but it's deep dark, right? It looks like a.
It wolfs me, lad.
It looks kind of like if you put your phone on reverse, how the purple looks. How it's like if you put your phone on what's the thing, like the reverse
Inverted
light,
colors.
yeah, inverted colors. How like purple looks and everything.
Oh yeah, I got.
It's still
no
dark,
idea what
but it
you're
looks
talking
kind of
about.
bright.
Sure.
Black hole.
Kind of fills around him as it creates a field around him, and 4 demons end up in the field with him, and there's 5 around the outside, kind of trying to keep things away from the field. You can see in there that the demons are attacking him, and he's kind of sending fire blasts and lightning. He's really clutching onto the box that he has on him. So, in front of you are like the 5 demons that are trying to keep people away from the force field.
I would like to. What I would like to do is I use a bonus action to take off the bear form.
Yeah.
I want to. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a bonus action to take off my bear form
Okay.
in this darkness. And I'm going to use Rumbling Earth And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get right up on the wizard when this is happening, and I'm going to shape the area around us, and I'm going to shoot me and him up on a pinnacle
Oh, to kind of block the spell.
to kind of get us outside of reach of these demons, and so I can eventually try to talk to him or take the box. Whatever I figure out how to do that at that point.
Yeah. So you send the pinnacle up in the air, and it kind of protrudes from the force field. At first, it's kind of halted, but it breaks through the force field as the demons.
Basically, like it's just basically a big hill instead of it's not like a pillar. It's like the whole area in this 30-foot radius. I can morph, so I'm basically just turning it into a big.
Oh, so the field stays as it is, or
Basically, yeah. So they would just have like a hard time getting up.
okay, yeah. So
Hell.
okay, yeah. So you create the hill, and the demons inside the field, kind of because they're on the same level as you all, they kind of stay the same traveling.
I picture like the pinnacles where me and him are at, and then they're kind of falling.
Yeah. So they're kind of tumbling down
Yeah.
to the edges of the force field, and you all are kind of there, and it creates rough terrain for you all. But those other demons just kind of are also tumbling down the hill. You all give me an athletics check about whether or not you also tumble.
20. Not natural.
20, not natural.
Yeah. So
Nice.
that's crazy.
What did you roll?
Let's go.
18.
Oh shit, I rolled a 15. Okay, cool beans.
Yeah, so as the hill starts to protrude, you just take your claymore and you stab it into the ground, and you're just kind of holding on in the position you're in, and you're able to just kind of leap and jump and like just keep moving until you
Bloody
catch up
hills.
with him, and the terrain just becomes a little bit too steep. Clark, before the demons inside the field with you all get their bearings back, you can take one action.
All right. I'd like to look at the box, and I'm gonna put my hand on it and say, "What are you doing?"
You've got to help me get to the You've got to help me get to the Sorcery Institute. It's urgent.
What is this?
I will explain there. And he's kind of, you notice that, you can kind of notice elven runes on the box.
Did I see him untransform from a bear?
He said he did it in the darkness, so.
So
You
no.
said the area around him was dark, right?
Yeah,
So I didn't see it.
yeah.
Ah. Where did the bear
Where's
go?
that? Hang on. There's a spell I think I want
Bloody
to do as
hell.
my action.
See, this is why you got to get shirts with pockets, dude. Shirt pockets just everything's
sorry.
better.
I think it was intrusive glare.
Yeah, my dude's just chasing a bear and then there's no bear.
I gotta make sure that I can do it though. I don't remember if that was like a universal or if that was.
You're going to be confused.
What are
Yes,
you?
it's a universal cantrip. What I want to do is I want to do intrusive glare. The caster looks to the eyes of a creature. I can hear their intentions towards me. I'll roll a d6. An even number grants me to hear their intentions.
Okay, yeah.
Are you both elves?
Yeah, different kinds.
Right. Bloody elves.
No, I got it all numbered.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll allow that you know that he's not lying to you. He is not involved with the demons. He's trying to escape them, but their attention seems...
Okay. I'm gonna say, give the box to me and divert their attention.
I cannot do that.
Then I'm just gonna wait and turn back into a bear, I guess. Or actually,
Yeah.
how far away is this academy?
It's like straight up the street. You can see it. It's probably about a half mile up the street from where you all are.
Bloody hell.
I'm gonna wait till I have another action.
Okay. And now everybody roll initiative. So to be clear, Clark, in the field with you all, it's like 4 demons, and then outside the field where you all are, the force field that they're behind, are 5.
Okay, I rolled a
Quick
16.
question.
Go ahead.
Can Jacob swim in his armor?
Sure, he's got the strength for it.
17.
Okay.
10.
16.
Okay. So. Okay, so you all luckily go before all the demons. Starting with you.
I'm gonna spend 6 more points to turn into a griffin.
Okay.
That works out pretty well.
You gotta do a noise. Love it. Loving everything about it.
I'm gonna look at the dude and tell him to get on.
Yeah, so the wizard gets on your back. A little bit more trusting than he should be, but
I'm gonna swoop down to them.
okay, yeah. And you just kind of grab them up and fly away. The demons start to sprout shadowy wings from the back and follow in tow, but they're nowhere near as fast as you. Give me a perception check.
Toss me. I'll fight him.
It's 12.
Yeah, as you get up into the sky, kind of more towards the storm, you see a figure, and this figure says, "So it's you." And now give me a Constitution save.
That's not good. What's con save modify with? What's Constitution modify with?
It's just constant.
It's just Constitution. You're
Oh, it's a
10. Yeah, this bolt of black shadowy lightning comes in, and just penetrates your griffin form and sends you down to the ground. You kind of curl your wings around to kind of shield everybody. When you hit the ground, the rest of you give me Constitution modifier or Constitution save.
12.
24. Jacob, you're knocked out on impact of hitting the ground.
How did you pick me up? You could have just left me there.
You're hazy, but you seem fine. And Matthew, what you see is when you are knocked out of the sky, you see a dragon in the form of fire just kind of come in and hit the center of the storm before bursting into flame. It disperses the storm around you. You also notice that the wizard's kind of just not moving at all, as a huge host of guards and wizards seems to pour from the direction of the Arthurian Sorcery Institute. Clark, give me a history check. Or not a history check, give me an insight check.
That's not good.
Oof.
It doesn't have to be particularly high.
Well, I got a 3.
Yeah, it literally does not have to be high. But the person who spoke in the center of the storm is the person you're looking for, based on your character's bio. It's still kind of hazy coming up. You notice the form of the legendary elven wizard Galandrill leading this troop of guards as he says, "Get them to the infirmary immediately."
Galandrill.
As a reaction, I take down my form and in my haste try to go to a knee.
Okay, you go to a knee and he says, "There'll be time for that later. We must tend to your wounds for now." And
yeah, just try to look for that box that wizard had.
yeah, it's on.
I'm gonna tell him about it. It's like, wizard, box, bringing it.
Yeah, so when you say that, Imran, who is the wizard that you were carrying, he grabs your ankle and he touches the box. And on all of you all is this searing pain as a circular kind of rune is branded into your arms. And Imran dies. Right there.
I'm still knocked out, so I probably was
Yeah,
like,
you don't know, but you two,
It's a brand of what now?
it's elven runes branded around your arm.
fucking hells.
And
read what
that's
it
where
says.
we will leave off for this session. To find out more, play again next week.